All right, collective, let's get into a reading. I know I said I was going to do readings today, so I will, because I did have several energies kind of coming at me. Before I do this reading, though, I just got done delivering sort of a personal message. It was when I was watching it back, and I'm like, oh, I have a sesame seed in my teeth. But whatever. You know what? It was a really it was a message very very personal for me. Sesame seed or not. But I just want to say I want to thank you guys too here on Magical Mel on these platforms. Thank you for all your love and support and guidance as well. I know we only know each other through this medium, but I am really grateful for all of you as well for just your love and your care. And I that's not lost on me. Like I really appreciate that. So thank you guys. Obviously, I can't always respond to all of you because I get way too many messages. But I do see a lot of your comments. I do see a lot of your messages that you send me, and I am grateful that you take the time out to write them. So thank you guys. All right, diving into a reading. No more talking, Melanie. Okay, at least not about myself. All right, so it's interesting because my son this morning, he was looking under the couch for something and he found a card, one of my tarot cards that flew underneath. And I don't know if you can see, but look at the dust. Okay, it's been there for a while. I don't know when it happened, but it like flew underneath the couch. Must have been, I don't know, could be months. Who knows? Um, but it's interesting because when I woke up this morning, I kept having this overwhelming energy of someone's missing somebody's touch here. Somebody's missing somebody's touch. And look what it says. Not a coincidence. It's never a coincidence, only connections, okay? And my littlest one who found this, Kane, who's doing very, very well, by the way. He recovered from pneumonia. Thank you guys for your really, really sweet messages. But I also believe he has some of these gifts. I can just tell. He's a little star seed, okay? But anyway, he found this card, and it was interesting because I already had this energy, and there it is. So we're going to talk about it. So I pulled some cards already. I wanted to find out, let's give some context to somebody who's missing somebody's touch here. And when I asked the cards, who's missing your touch, I got the King of Cups in reverse and King of Swords. So King of Swords, you know what? I'm going to talk about that later. I want to talk about the message first, and then I'll get back to this King of Swords, King of Cups energy. I believe he's in both. He's in both energies. But we had a divine masculine missing the touch of someone of his divine feminine, or someone he believes to be his divine feminine. Okay, this is somebody they're in separation. They're not together. Okay, because if you were, you wouldn't be missing them. Okay, and what I got specifically. With the missing your touch, I felt like a hug, like someone like this divine masculine is missing hugs from this divine feminine. There's something about the way that you hug each other, you hold each other. So if you've only met each other online, this is not your reading, okay? Don't make it fit. Missing the like being held, what that feels like. And then there's also I got perfume. Like there's this scent of this divine feminine's perfume that sort of lingers in this person's nose. This person thinks about the scent of their divine feminine's perfume, okay? But let's get into the message here. With the 10 of Wands, this is card of burden. It has been an immense burden, okay, for this masculine to feel this way about this divine feminine. This person, they feel overwhelmed. They feel overwhelmed with missing this feminine's touch, her scent, the way she feels, okay? And with 2 of Wands, there's a feeling of wanting to find some sort of a way to come back into her energy, okay? It's planning. 2 of Wands, planning, trying to figure out a way. But with 7 of Wands, the mummy, this is like restriction. There's fear here that is keeping this masculine from coming forward, from actually doing something about this, okay? There's also mental prison. There's also, hence the mummy, there's also repetitive thoughts, like negative thoughts specifically, that this person has on a loop. Okay. Um, and some of those negative thoughts are, now, first of all, I do want to say it's interesting that it was all wand energy that came out. A lot of passion here. Okay. This divine masculine feels a whole lot of passion for this feminine. But with the Queen of Swords coming out, one of the fears is that he is worried that she's put up a boundary. Queen of Swords is putting up boundaries. Okay. He is very worried that she might not be accepting or might not want this, might not want him back in her energy. Okay. And I know this because it's showing up. Okay. Underneath the Ten of Wands, underneath the terrible burden here, time to say goodbye. This divine masculine is the one who walked away. And it's been a terrible burden ever since. He's been burdened by it ever since. Okay. But with the dream card coming up right underneath Two of Wands, what is propelling this divine masculine to want to move forward with this divine feminine is he had some kind of a dream or prophecy about her. There's some sort of, he's been getting some sort of signs, symbolism from the universe perhaps, whether it's dreams. There's something about, I am seeing and I am understanding, I'm getting sent messages that are making me feel like I want to come forward, okay? Now, the other interesting thing that came out was the nurse, right underneath Seven of Wands, which is the other thing that's on repeat in this masculine's mind is the care. With the nurse card, the care, the kindness, the loving compassion. This is something that this divine masculine thinks about, how much she cared, how much she cares for me. And realistic, and it was real. It was genuine, okay? It wasn't just because she's in a nurse role, okay? It wasn't just because she thought she should do it. It was genuine, okay? One of the boundaries, or one of the reasons why this masculine feels this feminine is putting up a boundary, we have the forced marriage card. So when you think of like forced marriage, it's like it's somebody obligating you to do something or be in a situation you don't want to be in, okay? It's hence forced. So one of the things that this masculine is believing about this queen is that she is being forced to be in a situation she doesn't want to be in, okay? Whether that be with him approaching her or a current situation that she's in. This might be why she's putting up a boundary. He, in his mind, this masculine is thinking that you're being forced into something you don't want to be in, but you're sticking with it, okay? With the Queen of Swords, you're sticking with whatever it is, even if you're unhappy, okay? Even if it's forced, okay? So that's one of the boundaries. Now, going back to this masculine, he's showing up in his King of Cups reverse and his King of Swords. Now, King of Swords counterpart. But how this is coming through, especially with King of Cups in reverse, there are feelings and emotions here that this masculine did not reveal. Instead, he was firm with her, and he's the one who put up the boundary first. King of Swords. But now, she's in her Queen of Swords. She's putting up another boundary. And that's what's happened. It's like, but with King of Cups, like I said, this energy, there's feelings here that were not expressed. They were suppressed. So in a way, this masculine is feeling like, well, I kind of created this situation for myself. I shot myself in the foot here. It's going to shut me off soon. Let me pull one more card and just see if I can get anything else. One more card. But very funny how I had this energy right from the jump this morning, and there it is. There's the card that my littlest one found. Yeah, resisting. Resisting. He's resisting. Face your heart. Do not follow blindly. Follow your heart. I think that's the guidance from Spirit here, is follow your heart. Okay? Maybe it will work out, maybe it won't, but at least you'll know. Okay? Love you guys.